I'm Bethany Ibarra. I spent the first kind of half of my career working across the business cycle at a multinational technology company called Motorola in a few divisions. And that led to uncovering an opportunity that led me to build my first P&L, launch my first market. And that's where I've kind of remained in commercial leadership ever since at Lenovo, Google, and of course, Motorola. My most recent role was the chief revenue officer at an engineering firm that designed and developed machine learning systems. Yeah, I'm going to bold, underline, exclamation point, warm intros, especially in enterprise, business to business selling. Networking is so critical for any professional. And it is something that if I were to go back and talk to my younger self, would be advice that I would impress upon myself, not just networking, because that will organically grow as you continue to work, as you continue to expand your leadership scope, work with more companies, especially if you're externally facing, dealing with lots of companies. But even in that framework, it starts to get pretty homogenous. If you grow in an industry, even a big multinational global industry, it does start to become a lot of the same usual suspects, which is great for warm intros because you have that rapport. Former colleagues are now at competitors, former competitors are now customers, and that starts to naturally force multiply. But the work that I've learned to put in, and I encourage everyone that works with me or I mentor, is also network outside your industry. You mentioned the word partnerships. The world and the creativity is starting to amplify, and how we can work together, how we can, satisfy market needs in ways that is complementary, not competitive. And that is often through partnerships. So continuing to network outside of just your industry will take a little more intention, but that I've found is really helpful for not that same warm intro that all your competition would be able to get as well, because a lot of us know each other at a certain point when you've worked long enough in an industry. So when I do warm intros, one thing I want to emphasize, I'm authentic and right up front. No one likes to feel like they're being tricked, that they're on a catch-up call. And, I'll say, I'm excited to hear what's going on with you. I saw so-and-so has an opportunity. I know that you used to work with so-and-so. I wanted to also pick your brain about, how you think it'd be appropriate for me to position this, opportunity to them. So I'm right up front with it is another thing that I would emphasize when I do make my warm intros.
Hi, my name is Joe McNeill. I'm CRO here at Influ2. We do contact focused advertising to help start sales and marketing teams align and improve prospecting conversion rates. Yeah, of course. I think it's more than just that. I mean, I would say one of the biggest channels of our new logo engine is referral. And a referral is everything. It's investors, it's network, it's staff network, it's folks within accounts that move to other, folks within customer accounts that leave and join a different company. It's the folks networking group. We look at our customers networking groups and tap into those. And I think it's all of that, right? And I think really to do that, and the key to success with outbound is to be more specific and intentional on who you target. And right now, I think the challenge is companies are struggling with pipeline, and they're struggling on the outbound side, mostly because they aren't executing well, but also when they aren't doing it, they decide like, hey, what we need to do then is to go deeper and wider. So they have this ICP or this prospect pool, or they're prospecting into this group that's a mile wide but an inch deep. And I think if you're going to be good at outbound, if you're going to really leverage your network in a meaningful way, you need to be very intentional and specific about who you want to target. And that means focusing on a smaller grouping of accounts. But if you do that in the right way, you'll really be able to transition that smaller group into accounts, into pipeline in a meaningful way.
Hi everyone, my name is Prakhar. I'm a part of Whatfix. As you may know, Whatfix is a digital auction platform. We work with companies to simplify their end user experience. Our vision is to make technology user savvy. And that's what we do. My role is I take care of new business for North America and EMEA. Started as the first employee of the company, been about 10 years I've been with Whatfix. So actually referral is a channel for us that basically has the shortest sales cycle out there. Okay, the reason for that is, and this is customer referral I'm talking about. I'll come to some of the others you asked. So customer referral meaning somebody who has purchased a product. Now either they have left their job and moved to another organization and they've taken our product along, or they have referred us to somebody in their network who has decided to try our product. And there the sales cycles are shorter because it's a first-hand experience that has gone already. So a large part of the sale has been done by someone else who trusts the product, has used it, has a first-hand experience, and a lot of good words have been given already. So it cuts out the competition, it cuts through the noise. There's a lot of steps of the sales cycle that are completely taken care of by something like this. Now, at the same time, do we use some of the other channels as well, like internal employee network or the investor network? Internal employee network, not so much. I think at best, we would look at the sales leadership or hierarchy or whoever is joining new. We at least suggest people that, hey, please let's be connected on LinkedIn so that you find your mutual connection of somebody, from your account that you're targeting as a named account. You're at least able to get an intro. But it's very ad hoc. I don't think there's a set process in place. We definitely utilize the network of our investors in some capacity where, again, we have a dedicated person. So I have a strategy person on the team who basically helps me with certain projects. And one of it is that, okay, how can we use our investor network to tap into their portfolio companies? It's a manual exercise. We build a list of their portfolio companies. We see what personas can Whatfix fit into, and then we reach out to those point of contacts at our investors to see can they make a connection. So that's the process we follow. Is it very streamlined today? The answer is no. But we do it in some capacity.
I'm Ayush. I currently lead our sales team in our Bangalore office at Rippling. We are about 50 members strong in our sales department. The teams that I manage serve our US, EMEA, and India market. Been at Rippling for about 12 months now, just completed a year. How I would put this is that we have to develop that as a sales muscle for our reps. Like one thing that I always train our reps on is how do you research for an account even before you get on a call with a customer or a buyer, right? So in part of your research, you're looking at who are the people involved in this account, who are the people who are joining the demos, go through their LinkedIn profiles, and then see where do you find any mutual connects with yourself. Then try and find if you have any mutual connects with your manager, with your director, VP, all of that stuff. I think that's super important because it can directly give you access to a few people that you may never get during the sales cycle. And long story short, I think getting a warm intro in any deal can significantly improve your win chances and also reduce the sales cycle. If not both, then it will at least get you some valuable piece of information about that account that you can use as part of your sales cycle. So that's very crucial. So again, getting intros is also dependent on how strong your network of your leaders is. Some companies may not be blessed or lucky to have that strong network with their founders. Some are first-time founders who may not know a lot of people, or some founders are building a product that is sold in a different geography where you don't have a lot of network of your alumni or maybe ex-colleagues, all of that stuff. So definitely that's where investors can come into picture. That's where I also recommend that if you have a marketing budget, go and have some presence in physical events. That event will lead you to not having leads directly for your business, but also you will meet tens of other people who might not be your buyers, but maybe active in the industry. And you can build relationships, and maybe later down the line you've planted the seed. 6-8 months down the line they germinate and give you some warm intros. So very critical, and how these are some of the ways you can definitely drive that.